Hello, it's September 2nd, 2025. Um, as of this recording, I have not shared the last video I did because I wanted to make sure that uh, one, I know my mom's watching these, and I, I know that she would be thinking, "Oh, my poor son." And I love my mom. I love her so much, but and I love how much she cares for me. So out of respect to her, I wasn't about to share the last one because it was, um, you know, it was all happening in real time, the battle, and it's comical. I did put on worship music. Um, I keep looking over my. He's not so much of a puppy anymore. He's gotten quite big really quickly. It's still new. It's still a transitioning period going on, and I'm not really sure how the pausing affects these videos, but I paused it to um, keep the obnoxious plane probably going to Florida. More importantly, Disney, because that's where I would be going, and how dare they leave without me. I did put on worship music, and dogs. I now know what zoomies are, and it was never in my vocabulary before. I didn't know what it was, and it's exactly what you think if you don't have an animal. I guess maybe a dog. I don't know. It's when they get extremely hyper and they just start running around and just going crazy. I'd flip the camera, but I don't think I can do that. Oh, and then he crashed. He not crashed. He just like collapsed. Like, okay, I'm done. I'm done. So reluctantly, I was listening to some love songs. I've been stuck on these songs just because I really the battle I dealt with, or the journey I'm still going through. I'm a lot better than I was, but I've just really been appreciative of my wife. Things were a little rough there for a little while, which is not like us at all. And so I've just really been listening to love songs and stuff that just makes me think of her. And there's one in particular that has, because they themselves struggled with, they were just trying to reconnect, and came up with a beautiful album. It's beautiful, and probably one of my, it's definitely in my top 10 list. But I knew that I needed to get my focus on Jesus, and so I listened to some worship. Not some. I listened to worship. That's what I listened to for quite some time, and with that last video, the way I ended it, and that's what happened. And I'm doing a lot better now. Ironically, I'd mentioned the nightmares, recurring nightmare, how it's getting fewer and far between. But man, when it hits, it hits. And so I say ironically, so we had a kids service this past Sunday, and special speaker. But what's really cool about the church we're going to now is they have like a kid ran. It's not kid ran, but it's focused around kids. It really makes them feel important, like they're necessary, and they are. They very much are very important. I mean, they're not next generation. So they have like kids song, and then they have teenagers helping with worship music. My daughter was one of them. It was awesome because it was the first time she did it, and her worship is beautiful. I mean, this is absolutely beautiful. And proud dad. And but we had a special preacher. And so he had shared I don't know what's happening. I guess round two. It's wild. Puppy dog life. This is just wild. It's been something. Squirrel. Sorry. So we had a special preacher, and I was really excited because a longtime friend of mine, I mean, I've been friends with her for, man, over 30 years. We were trying to figure it out. It's been a long time. And it's been a long time. And so she goes to this guy's church. He's not the pastor there, but he's up and coming preacher. I don't know. But man, this guy, so Sunday service was just amazing. And so and so I was really excited because, you know, this guy goes to her church. So I was very hopeful. I was very excited. I entered in very excited to hear this guy preach, which really is how we should be going to church all the time. That's not what this video is about, though. So I'm not about to preach, but in all honesty, and I'm talking to myself too, it's how you should be going to church all of the time. And but this past Sunday I did, and so man, this guy had me laughing and then crying. Like, this guy, he's had some battles, and it was, what was nice was hearing another plane probably going to Disney. That's where they all go, is Disney, because that's where I would go, but you already know that. What was nice, it was hearing this guy's testimony, how God has worked in his life, and there was a part in his life, a part in his testimony where I really connected, because he had gotten to a point in life where he didn't want to live anymore. And I don't think it's you don't want to live anymore. I think it's just there is an abnormal amount of planes going on. I don't even understand. Although I've not done a video at this time of day either. Yeah, I don't think it's you don't want to live. It's you get tired of fighting all the thoughts. It wears on you so much. It just wears on you. So I'm going to venture to say that's what he meant. And but you know, obviously he fought there, and God, you know, was there and really showed himself, and he is ready to go in. That might have been the funniest thing I have ever seen him do. And he ran right up the stairs, was looking at me like, I need you to open his door now. And normally he gets there and he goes right to the door. He's ready to come back out. So I open the door, and normally when I open the door, he waits right there so I can wipe his paws. And he ran straight to his room, and it's my music room. And I let him have a little part of my music room. I don't want anyone watching this to be like, how bougie are these people? I mean, we're bougie, but and don't worry, I've not forgot where I was at. And kind of have. And he ran in and got water, like he was dying of thirst. And he was running around pretty crazy out here. So anyways, it was nice hearing a guy who I see that I'm instantly connected with. I'm locked into his message. And so it was nice seeing that, and I'm learning that there's other people who have dealt with or are dealing with. It is crazy how many people in my life have got some sort of traumatic situation. One who actually did CPR on her husband, of like, I mean, they've been together since they were 14, and I think, I mean, it's got to be well over 50 years. I think it was 58, 50 something. But she's watching these videos too, and I just admire the strength that she's got. But yeah, so it was nice hearing other people, or it was nice hearing him, who's preaching, that I'm connecting with, who essentially fought a similar battle than me. I've had a hard time with these videos and understanding why people would enjoy them or get use out of them. I say it all the time. It's not that I think I'm an idiot. I just don't know that I really have anything of real value to share. But this is up here. It's my wife, my mom, anyone who knows me knows I'm way too hard on myself, and I'm working on it. I'm trying. So I think what I was getting at is I found just insane the planes. I just don't get it. It's normally quiet. Another one going to Florida, Disney. Yeah, I was just thinking as I was pausing this, they were going to Disney too. The last video was, I didn't know it was going to be a real time, like, what is happening. I didn't know that video was going to be like all that. And the last one, and now this one here is my wife has died, my therapist has diagnosed me with ADD, ADHD, all of the ADs, whatever. And my wife takes great pleasure in knowing that my therapist diagnosed me with it. And part of me is like, I should just redo this video, but this is me. This is I can't help it. I'm trying so hard, and but you guys like this, so I'm just gonna keep being me, because it helped me to know that here's a guy. Yes, I'm going back. See, sometimes I could do that. It took me a little bit, I know. So, yes, I make myself laugh, because I'm funny. Helped me knowing this guy dealt with a similar battle, and or a mental battle, we'll call it that, because everyone's grief is different, or battles. Some can resemble. Anyway, I'm going off a tangent now. You get the idea. If you don't, I'm sorry. It dawned on me that, okay, I get why people are enjoying these videos. Maybe it gives them a perspective into a mindset of someone who was able to beat or not succumb to their thoughts, and then the last video, watching as I'm then fighting under the idea of, how dare I, like, how are the other people not important? Like, to watch that happen right there. This is stuff I'm dealing with, and that's what these videos are, to help someone else know that serving Jesus is not always the easiest. But it's like I told this guy, I talked to him after service. I had to talk to him and tell him, and so we got to talk a little bit. He was asking my story. I told him, I told him almost a little over a year ago, I almost gave in, and well, a year and a couple months, and I've gotten to the point to where I have become thankful. I stopped there too. Not the situation. The situation sucked. That was a nightmare. I'm jumping ahead. And but I've become thankful for how God has been rebuilding me. I told him that it was. The lady that I mentioned, her husband, I told her that at the start of this, I did a Facebook Live on my page, and I said that I recognized enough that I was shattered, and I wanted to be rebuilt. I wanted to be put. My prayer was that God would put me back together, in a softer way, to deal with people more lovingly, and also I think this goes hand in hand. The night of my dad passing, and I don't know if I've shared this yet, but it needs to be said, because I was talking to that lady I was mentioning. I don't want to use her name because I don't know if she wants me to do that. And so I was talking to her, and she had shared about, God's peace just engulfed her, and she knew everything would be fine. And it reminded me, and that's why I don't know if I've said this in the videos or not, but it needs to be said. The night of, my mom and I were there, and then my brother, my wife, his wife, the rest of the family got there. Sporadic. I have no idea who got first. It doesn't even matter. And we started praying. Like, it was just, my dad was in the other room. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to go on through this. But we started praying, and it was just natural, and it was like God just filled that home, and I don't ever want to forget that. I don't want to diminish. I don't want to. That was probably why I had enough sense to know that I had been shattered, and that I just wanted to be rebuilt, put back together, to where I deal with people more lovingly, have a softer approach. I was tired of being angry all the time. I was just had it. And I guess I didn't even know. I mean, I did. But I didn't want to keep living that way. I didn't want to go another 40 years or however long I'm be here. I was convinced that, I had 24 years, give or take, left. Because I'm just convinced that 70, 71 is my checkout point. I've gotten away from that now, but for a while I was like, I don't want to live many more years being angry. So I recognize that, but man, I apologize. This video is all over the place, but this is who I am. This is me. But you can see that I am a lot better than I was in the last video. But this guy and I were talking. That's why you guys like these videos. It's probably comical. I bet that's what it is. It's free comedy. Like, this guy, all I need is Tosh.0 to get on this. He's gonna be like, he's gonna shred me. So flying on this high of my daughter singing, and this guy just, oh my goodness, a beautiful, beautiful testimony. Flying high on that, go to bed Sunday night, which it was a Sunday. My dad passed. I had a hard time with that. 904 for a long time. I know I've already mentioned that. And so I go to bed. What happens? I have a nightmare. Freak out. Heart racing. And then fall back asleep. I don't know how long it was. Boom. another one. My dad's staring at me, and me doing CPR again, and it was like it was there, like I was reliving it. It's almost 2 years later, and yeah, you know, this is my life. This is what I deal with. These are they're few and far between now, but I just found it funny. After last year, I can't see anything being as tough in life. So after last week, or whenever that was, I did that video, and me dealing with that mind thing. Sunday, flying high, and like, yeah, you know, and I was doing really well. I'm doing good now. Power outage. Thank God for a generator. I'm gonna end this one out. This is just, I can't make this stuff up. I'm doing a whole lot better though, and I will pick up the next one.